What's up guys, welcome back to another video on my channel. Today we have something different. We're gonna do a personal branding audit, or basically we're gonna check all the social media platforms that Tobias is active on right now and see what we can optimize. Just for you guys' information, Tobias is in the beginning stage, like pretty much getting started with everything. So it's gonna be a ton of free value on what I would do. Basically, if I would start all the way from zero with the personal brand and I wanna attract as much clients for my offer as possible. So not views, not followers, not going viral, but just high quality people into your profile that you can sell your offer to. If you want to get this as well, if you want to have a free profile audit, you can always message me on Instagram. I can do them for you. We can post them on my YouTube channel. A lot of people can gain value from it, and of course you can implement it right away. But without further ado, I'm gonna sharing my screen right now, and let's just start with the YouTube. I think that is, of course, within the space that Tobias is in, the most important part. And Tobias, maybe you can give some information on yourself, on what you do, what kind of offer you run, and also what kind of people you help.
Yeah, so basically what I've built is I make custom systems, not a traditional Monday CRM. I make a complete system for an agency or info business to help them scale from the back end. Been doing that for quite some time, but as you can see right here, my personal brand is not existing basically. So
nice, yeah, we're gonna take it away. I'm gonna use my own YouTube channel and also my own personal brand as an example on what can be improved. Now, as you can see here, we want to have a clear description on like what you do, what you help people with, and also kind of maybe results that you have generated for other people. Just straightforward who you are, what you do, what you help people with is very important to have that in the description. Then a profile picture. I would just pick a clear image of your face so people can just see directly who the person is. We want to make everything as personal as possible to actually build a connection with that audience, and it will make it easier for people to buy from you rather than someone else that is competing with you in the market. Then if we check out my channel as well, you want to make sure you have a banner. Now this can also be a bit more niche down on your page. I would do something like I build systems that you probably need, just like black bars and white text on it, very clear, straightforward. Then here you can see the bio, also very important. And then what we're also missing is the channel layout, right? So you can add different playlists, and then inside the settings you can make the layout of the front page of your channel based on the playlist that you want to have seen first. So I have a channel trailer, basically is my story video. I would highly recommend you make one as well to tell your story, tell what you do, tell what you help other people with, the results that you get, and post that. And then inside the YouTube settings, you can make that your channel trailer. So anyone that comes on your page, this is the first video they see, and it also starts playing automatically. Then the playlist. There's one very important part. We just recorded the first video for it, a client case study playlist. You want to get as many of these as possible. The more you have, the better, because it builds a lot of social proof. And then if you're going to make informational videos on the systems that you build, why it's so important, you want to make a playlist as well. And then if you do vlogs or daily videos or like travel vlogs, I would make a separate playlist as well. It's the least important one because it doesn't really convert the kind of B2B people that you're trying to target, but it's fun to do, and it also looks cool, kind of show what you do in a life and also shows your personality. But the main important one is of course the client case studies. Then this too, the title is pretty long. There's also not really numbers in it. I would also highly recommend always adding in numbers in your title. It just helps boosting the video a lot. Then the punctuation, like adding like capital letters inside the title, also helps. And the thumbnail. The thumbnail is basically 80% the reason why people will watch your video together with the title. If you have a shitty thumbnail and a shitty title, there's a high likelihood people will just not watch your video. And you need them to click. That is the first 80%, and then the other 20% is just to keep them watching. But making sure people click on your video is the most important thing here. Creating that banner and the profile picture, and also explaining what you do, and making that my story video. And my story video is one of the easiest ways to build a personal connection with your audience, and that's also one of the easiest ways to make them want to buy from you rather than someone else in the market. And then very simple and straightforward, and we can check my channel as well. I don't get a lot of views, but I do get views from people I want to sell my product or service to. And that is also what you want to go for. If we check the videos here, this was a day ago, 33 videos, but sometimes 500 views, 200 views. I've also had videos do more than 1,000 views, or the vlogs usually do better, like 1,000 views on this one, or the Mykonos one did 20,000 views. But ideally, you just want to make the most boring videos, but they're not boring to the people that you want to sell to. And always share numbers. As you can see, pretty much every thumbnail has a number. or every title has a number in it, because it really helps boost the video. And I also use the before and after state of clients a lot in case study. For example, this is how we went from 0 to 30k followers in 6 weeks, all organically. And the thumbnail must also clearly state what the video is all about. You don't want to make it too busy. I want to keep it simple. But if you do Miro videos, you want to make it look super complicated what's going on in the Miro, because it actually triggers people to watch your video. Because if it looks simple and clean, then people are not going to watch it because they think it's not really a crazy system that you're going to explain in the video. So you really want to make it as like intriguing as possible and look very complicated so that people will actually click on it and watch it. And then as you can see here, I have done the My Story video a couple of times just to see what works best, and also to tell my story over and over again. Here's one, and there was the other one, and then I also filmed one as the channel trailer. Very important for YouTube to implement this. It's a one-time setup, and then you just make weekly videos, one video every single week that you can post, put it in the right playlist, and your channel will look clean when people come on the homepage, and it will be easy for them to just go over everything that you do. And also when you are in conversation on Instagram, for example, and they say like, oh yeah, send me some of your results, you can just click one, pick one that fits the client the most, or the type of person that the person is you're speaking to, just send them the testimonial. Or if they need a full breakdown, you can, for example, send how to make a full breakdown and send it to your client. Very important to make like a full breakdown why your offer is so important and how it can generate the client more money. And this is also something you can do without speaking to the client, right? As this video as well, it's just fully made to show what I do, what we build, the systems that we use, and how we get results. And that is a very important video because you can use that as lead magnet over and over again. Then if we go to your Instagram page, as you can see also just in the beginning phases, I already really like this, the results and the clients. What I don't really like is creating scalable systems with TSV Capital. Nobody knows what TSV Capital is. Nobody knows what you mean with creating scalable systems. It needs to be very clear. If I'm going to work with you, what is the point that I'm starting with and what is the outcome that I'm getting? And then I would do a CTA to this YouTube video. So for example, if you want to see exactly what I do, just click this or check out this YouTube video. Or you can do a DM CTA as well. If you want to see what I do, DM me the word systems and we can see if we can help you. Then also something a bit more specific about what you actually do and why it's important. So basically a 3-line bio or a 2-line bio. I make content for people you probably watch. It depends on the authority that you have in the market. But if people start to know you, you can make it a bit more fake like this. But if it wasn't fake, I would, for example, say I've generated more than 800 million views and generated more than 30k in revenue for my clients organically. DM me Scale if you want to help scale and monetize your personal brand to 7 figures organically. And then as you can see here, I pointed down to the YouTube video. Then the clients, depends on the offer. I have an agency, so I can do a highlight for any client. But for you, I would, for example, do maybe 1 client testimonials, then 1 client results, for example, screenshots, and then 1 highlight of what we do, because your service is a bit more vague. It's a bit more custom to any person that you sell to. So you want to kind of make maybe like story videos in Miro or story videos of the Airtables and systems you have built and showcase that in the highlights so people can already get a look and feel of what they're getting. Same as when you're buying a t-shirt and they have the model on the website and the model is wearing the t-shirt, you can kind of already see how the fit is, what it looks like, and it will be easier for you to buy a t-shirt. Same with this. Then, of course, there's pretty much no content except for the 2 videos here. Now, we're gonna watch these videos. Of course, the text is made in CapCut. You can instantly see that, or TikTok inside the app. The ID behind the video is good. Now, let's check out the hook again. Last 3 weeks. Okay, very great hook, nothing to comment. And then you're gonna explain it in the video. What I would do is maybe zoom in a bit more so it's easier to read, and also draw when you're talking. So something is happening in the video, right? The red circle, underlining things instead of just showing it. And also make sure that the data is visible in screen. This is already good, but I would pick a way harder red, like as red as the YouTube logo basically. So it really pops out. Then with the captions, make this way bigger. Like the more in-depth you write the caption, the easier it will be for Instagram to put it in front of the right people. And also it will increase the SEO for your video, that for people can find it more easily. Always make sure you put your reels on the Reels tab. And I would just start posting some aesthetic pictures here from like vacation, and then in between maybe some dashboards or a picture from your laptop that looks aesthetic with an Airtable on it. Blur out the numbers if needed to really make it look aesthetic, because people also like just eye for quality and an eye for aesthetic if they want to work with you. And then yeah, as far as Reels go, the views are pretty good, especially for a completely new account with only 175 followers. I would just make make sure you post one of these like every single day and make it a calendar for yourself. Like, hey, on Friday I'm prepping my videos, on Saturday I'm filming all 7, and then I'm having them edited by Saturday or Sunday, and then on Monday we can post one video every single day. And the captions too, they are really big. I would try to make it a bit more clean so it doesn't take away from what's going on in the Miro screen sharing, because you want to have the attention on this, because this is why people want to buy from you. This is what you're going to offer them, and therefore it's important to be easy to see what's going on here rather than having the crazy captions here. Like this video style and the thing that we're trying to achieve, it's not so much about the captions, but it's more about what is being shown on your screen. And side angle is good. You can also test out front angle, side angle, or maybe even one from the back where you can see the computer as well. Great. Stories as well, like not active on stories. I would recommend 2-3 times a week minimum. Show tables that you build, show messages from clients that they sent you that they are happy, post results, post testimonials, and also clean up the images here. Of course, now we can't really see what's going on. This is also the face of a client, so it's pretty hard to see. I would always recommend just getting a nice picture, as you can see on my account. And as well as the pictures, you can see every trip I do or any event I do, I try to make some nice pictures to make it look fairly aesthetic on my page. And then here you can see all the reels. Plus you can see the red as well that I use in my videos, right? Super clear. You can very good see how dark the red is that I'm using here. I would recommend doing that. And also split testing content, right? Maybe Miro is good, but you also want to test out, oh, maybe I can just film some talking videos in a podcast setting with my friend. Maybe I can do Miro videos filmed from the side instead of from the front with an iPad. Maybe I can test out organic videos. And if you're not sure which kind of videos you need to test, you can always just post them on trial reels. Trial reels, nothing can go wrong. You just post as much as you can. You can even do 3, 4, 5 times a day if you want to grow fast, and really just spam the videos and see what sticks and double down on that. I think those are the main important things. What are some questions that you might have, Tobias, or things that you feel like are uncertain for you before you actually start pushing out more content?
I wouldn't say there's anything uncertain, to be honest. What straight pops in my head when you talk about the whole personal brand picture, it reminds me how I'm influenced. Right? I see aesthetic photos, I see a nice YouTube channel, I see the reels. Just exactly everything you say makes sense to me. And of course, like you said in the beginning, I'm not looking for maybe 100k views videos. That's not really what I need. I basically need to reach my ideal customer profile, basically spill out more value instead of viral content.
Exactly. And I think your and my offer are completely different, but we're trying to reach the same people. And I think the people that we want to reach, they don't need to see funny TikToks or funny Instagram videos or how cool your car is or the new watch that you bought. All they really care about is, okay, what can this guy do for me that makes me more money? And as long as you can keep feeding that engine with videos that show that you can actually do that, the clients will come to you eventually. And also the reply rate on outbound will be way, way higher if you have a good page, if you have a good branding in place. Because let's say you do outreach right now on your profile, they click on it, 175 followers, 2 videos. I don't even know when the last time it was posted. And then they're like, who is this guy? Like, we don't know who you are. It's hard to find out who you are. It's hard to trust you. And therefore, maybe the other guy with 40 videos, they will buy from him, but he might have a shittier service, but only because his marketing and branding is better, they will choose him over you in the market. And that's why personal brand is so important. And a lot of people are underestimating the power of it. And I think that's mainly it, to really quickly show you guys what an audit looks like completely from the beginning. Now, the only main thing that is really important is just being consistent with getting out the right videos and really looking at the data, right? Is a video going viral, or am I getting DMs from a certain video? Great. How can I make that video again or make it even better to get more DMs? And then in a couple months from now, we can come back and see how the personal brand looks, see what has changed, how many clients you have generated, how many revenue you have generated, and what it did to your business.
Yeah, 100%.
Awesome. Any final words from your side?
Yeah, let's check in a few months. Let's see where we're at, how my page looks, etc.
Oh, and if you need crazy Airtables, guys, you want to track your data and actually scale the company based on the numbers, hit up Tobias. I will leave him in the descriptions as well. He delivered a great Airtable for me, so I can see anything in one click, basically, from money to sales team to setting team to private investment. Anything I want to see when it comes to numbers, I can see it, I can action on it, and make decisions for my business that will actually help me grow. So highly recommend you check him out as well. And without further ado, I hope you guys like this. Again, if you want to have a profile audit, make sure to send me a message on Instagram. If you have a decent profile, I'm more than happy to create a video about your profile and post it on my channel. Without further ado, I see you in the next one.